Welcome to this awesome webinar with Rebecca Flint. Presentations made easy with Canva. It's awesome to see everybody chatting away in the chat. Welcome. I want to give a special shout out to Jackson, first one in the chat. He is an A student. I love it, Jackson. Awesome stuff. Guys, thank you so much for being here. This is a very special webinar we wanted to offer our community, our members, our non-members, people who are interested in doing webinars. And we wanted to make sure that we get the best of the best to show you how to put together an amazing presentation with Canva and then use that presentation on your webinars with WebinarNinja. Rebecca, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really excited to teach your community a little bit more about how to use Canva.
I've seen Rebecca in action teaching people how to use Canva. She's, I think, officially a Canva wizard. I think there's actually a certificate that she got and like a magic wand. But if she doesn't have one, she should have one because she's amazing. She's really good. What I love about her teaching style is she teaches just like she's a beginner, even though she's not a beginner, you know, like, so she explains things very simply and it's very easy to kind of follow along. So what I highly recommend is as we get started to take some notes on the things that she's showing you, what you want to kind of see again. I love all the chat. We're going to jump into some shout outs, but I want to give you a quick reminder. If you have any questions along the way right now, or later on as Rebecca's going through things, pop them in the questions area. There's a questions tab next to the chat. Or you can just convert a comment into a question by using the plus sign on the bottom. So go ahead and do that if you'd like now, later on, all that kind of stuff. Just a few shout outs. Jackson, welcome here. He helps nonprofits build their community, transform their communities. Tom, wonderful to have you here as well. Trusted advisors generate consistent quality leads with video marketing. Love it. We're going to be talking about video and presentations with Canva in a moment too. Wanda, great to have you here, Wanda. She owns her own full-service online marketing agency that serves small businesses and entrepreneurs. Kimberly, welcome. She's a coach, she's a speaker, she's a trainer, and she helps with DISC behavior analysis. I love that. Took the DISC a few times. I was like, is that me? Maybe I need to do it again. Clint, great to have you here. From New England, I believe that's Kearney, New England. I work in the nonprofit sector. I love all the nonprofits here. Love it. I like to see the combination of Canva and WebinarNinja. Caroline, she runs a coaching business. Love it. Nathan, good to see you again, Nathan. Underrepresented minorities, helping to work with underrepresented minorities. I love that. Work in corporate settings who feel stuck. Ellen, welcome, helping seniors master iPhones and iPads. Looking forward to the webinar. Ellen, you are a godsend. We all have parents that have the FaceTime call with just half their face. So we definitely need you, Ellen, on the case. Thank you so much. Guys, keep it coming. I love all the chat. We're reading through the chat to help make sure we serve you better. I'm going to pass it on to Rebecca now because she has a lot to cover. She wants to show you everything that you can do with Canva. But I want to quickly say, there's the reason why this is such a special webinar is because Rebecca is very good at what she does. Two things. One, she's a branding expert. So if you're ever interested in looking at your brand and reevaluating, hey, am I really resonating with my target audience? You definitely want to check her out over at RebeccaFlint.com. More about that later. But she also not only is great with branding and understanding how to incorporate your brand, but she knows how to incorporate your brand with Canva, which will allow you to keep things consistent with your presentations, with your marketing materials, all that jazz. She works with Canva as a community manager, so she knows her way around Canva. So we're really super pumped that we got her on today. So I'm going to pass it on to you, Rebecca, but we're really privileged to have you. And I'll be back to help anybody out through the questions, but she's really why you're here. So I'm going to pass it on to her.
Wow, that's a very, very humbling introduction. Thank you so much. Can I just check that you can all see my screen, which says presentations made easy with Canva? Can I just get a yes in the chat box? Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Right, let's get into it. So as Omar said, my name is Rebecca Flint. I'm the Senior Community Manager for the Canva Champions. The Canva Champions is a new community over at Canva, which we're launching for the affiliates of Canva. So it's a really exciting community that we're launching. We've got 23,000 affiliates worldwide, but I only joined 5 months ago. So for the last 20 years, I've been specializing in branding and personal branding. I've had my own design studio for 20 years, and we've also started from scratch 3 gyms. So I am completely aware of and understand the ins and outs of running a small business and the trials and tribulations of doing so. And one of the hardest things to do is to go out and market your business when you're not a designer. So I'm really excited to show you guys some super cool things today that are really just going to bring that wall down and make your lives in business a little bit easier. So can I just get a show of hands, so to speak, in the chat? Can you tell me if you've used Canva before and if you're a free or pro member? So just write free or pro in the chat. Whoa, pros. Oh, you guys should be teaching this then. Okay, cool. Yes, barely. Okay, cool. I'm going to help you out, Marshall. Awesome. Okay, this is really good. Okay, so everybody that's on Pro, you're going to learn some new things today. If you're on free, the majority of what I'm going to show you today is actually on the free version, but I'm going to show you some super cool things that are in Pro as well. And then we might have a special surprise for you at the end. Okay, so what is Canva? If you haven't heard of it before, or you have heard of it, but you've been too scared to try it, Canva is a graphic design platform that makes it easy to design anything and publish anywhere. And like I said before, most of what I show you today will be on the free version, but we'll show you some super cool pro things. So we've got a very simple mission at Canva. It's to empower the world to design. And the reason why we care so deeply about this is that by making it super simple, and I mean like crazy, ridiculously simple, we make it easy for people everywhere to communicate visually and unlock their creativity. We believe we can help them achieve their goals. And some goals are little tiny goals, like maybe creating a child's birthday invitation or a beautiful welcome home sign. And some goals are literally changing the world. We have over 100,000 nonprofits at Canva. And I loved hearing that you guys, there's a lot of you that are nonprofits. And I don't know if you know this, but you actually get Canva Pro for free if you are a nonprofit. So make sure you Google Canva nonprofit program and go and sign up for the free pro version for that. You've actually got your whole own community that Canva helps you with your nonprofit program. So some of the world's largest organizations use Canva, like Red Cross, Habitat for Humanity, World Wildlife Fund, and UNICEF. And they use Canva for free to basically create awareness for their campaigns and raise funds and draw attention to their critical causes.
That is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know Nicole, my co-founder, she's actually trying to find a way that Canva can adopt her because she absolutely loves Canva. She's like, what else can we do with Canva?
Well, she can start by coming and having lunch with me one day at the office, and I'll just introduce her around.
Okay.
So presentations are no different. Canva is being used by millions of people all over the world to create presentations that take their business to the next level, tell the story of their product, and educate the class or pitch their startup. Some of the world's largest organizations are using Canva over traditional presentations, mainly because they're beautiful and they don't suck, but they really want to, increase the value of their presentations, and they want their teams to save money and time and stand out. So over 600 presentations are being created with Canva every minute. Like, that's just massive. We have over 50 million monthly active users, which is just insane. So if all those people in the world can do it, so can you. But what we really care about is that each of these presentations tells a unique story, and each one represents a person or a team. And we love hearing from people about using Canva presentations. My personal favorite is one from Ryan, and I'll leave it here for you to read. Okay. So today we're going to have a look at Canva presentations in 3 parts. So we're going to look at starting inspired, collaborating with ease, and engaging your audience. But before we do that, I really want to just give you an overview of what Canva is and some of the cool tricks and tips that it actually does first, so that when we get to the presentations part, you'll have a thorough understanding of how it works. Okay, so basically, Canva has everything you need all in the one platform. You have access to over millions of photos and hundreds and thousands of videos and audio, and everything is all within the one platform. So it kind of negates the need to have third-party platforms that you pay for stock photos and things like that. So once you have your membership with Canva, you get access to all of these things. Now, a lot of these are actually available in the free version, which is awesome. So you get hundreds of thousands of photos, videos, all sorts of things, templates, everything you need, millions and millions of templates, everything is in there. And so you just don't really need to have anything else. And you can basically design anything on Canva these days, anything from a beautiful presentation through to your social media posts. There's even an integration with Kmart, and I think in America, some of your bigger stores over there, you can actually go onto their platform, design something in Canva, and then get it printed on a beautiful cushion or a tote bag, or you can do those big, beautiful canvases for your wall. So Canva does a lot more than just social media and birthday invitations. So you can start with a template, or you can create a custom size piece of art from scratch. So if you know exactly what you want and you want to start with a blank canvas, you can do that. If you have absolutely no idea what you're doing, definitely start with one of our beautiful templates and go ahead and edit it from there. Once you've chosen that template, it's very, very simple to just pick up your elements and drag them around and drop them where you need. We've got the text editing tool. You can use any of the editing elements up the top in the bar up there, and also just grabbing your elements on the page and moving them around. It's really, really simple to just add and take away different elements and change your text and drop in new photos. But start inspired by getting a template that looks good first, and then go ahead and edit it from there. Now we have this amazing back end little, I don't know what the techie word is for it, little setup, and it's called the brand kit. But basically, on the pro version of Canva, you can upload your SVG logos and have all of your logos sitting in there. Then you can use your logos to extract your brand colors, and it will set up a brand color palette for you. Now, when you're a pro member, you get access to logos, multiple brand colors, and you can upload your customized fonts. On the free version, you just get one color palette and you can just edit your brand fonts. But still, it's a great thing to set up because it will save you a lot of time. And I will show you why and how later on in this presentation.
I just want to mention, talk a little bit about the brand kit for a second.
Go back. Yep.
Like the brand kit alone is worth worth the pro. And I just want to just like be clear, like the pro is like peanuts. It's like, I don't know, like $8 a month or something. I don't know what it is, but it just like, feels
it's 14 US a month.
It just feels like so cheap. Like it feels like that's like how much a coffee is in Sydney or something like that. Anyway, the point is that what I love about it is it forces you to stay on brand and consistent no matter who is on your team. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if this resonates with you, where like some people on your team maybe get creative, or maybe you get creative and you realize, oh man, I didn't stick to my brand colors. I didn't stick to my brand fonts. I didn't stick to the logo or the icons that I usually use. So it just forces you to be professional. And that's what I really love about it. Just like, I just use the brand kit on anything I do, marketing, slides, more about the brand kit coming up.
Okay, I think you're a brand kit fan.
Yes.
Yeah, look, and just recently too, on the pro version, they've announced that you'll get multiple brand kits. So you can have your overarching brand for your main business brand, and perhaps you also have a personal brand or you have a product brand as well. So you will be able to have multiple brand kits, which is amazing. I nearly swore then. I'm glad I did. Okay, cool. So once your brand kit is set up and you've found a template that you really like, what you can do is come across to styles, and just with the click of a button, it adds your brand colors and your brand fonts to the template. It is so ridiculously simple and easy now to create a branded post, literally within seconds. Now, once you have designed your social media post, you can now publish direct to Facebook, Instagram stories, Pinterest, and I think TikTok's coming, which is pretty cool. So there is, a big time-saving tip here is to just design your posts and send it out automatically. Now, you can also use the iOS or Android app on your phone. So there's no need to wait till you get back to your desktop now. So whatever designs you have on your desktop will appear on your phone app. They sync automatically. So you could be out and about, you could snap a picture and you could add your logo to it, add your brand colors and fonts, and send it directly out to Instagram or Facebook on the go. Now, here's some of the cool pro features that I spoke about before. So if any of you have ever had to remove the background from a photo and you've had to take it into Photoshop and de-petch around it and go right into the hair and it looks a bit weird and, you know, it's time saving, costs a lot of money to get it done with your designer, now you can simply click, go to background remover, and within a few seconds, it is gone. It is like magic. This is like the best. And Blair says, love the background remover. This is the best. It really, really is. And for anybody who is running an e-com website and you have product shots, you have hundreds of product shots and you've got to get rid of those backgrounds, this is an absolute time saver.
Oh my God. I used to, I'm just gonna, I know this is criminal, it sounds bad, but I'm a self-taught Photoshop junkie, and something like that would take forever, even with the magic tool and all that stuff.
100%.
And it was never perfect, and it was like,
yeah.
So when I discovered this feature, I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
I know, just one click. I mean, look, I'm a professional designer, and I know the Adobe products inside out. I use InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop for producing. Look, there are things that you can't do in Canva yet. Like, for example, if I was to design someone's annual report and it's 120 pages long and you really need that InDesign tool, there are needs to still use the Adobe products, but I am starting to use Canva more and more and more, even in my professional design business, because it just saves so much time. It's amazing. Okay, just a quick question there around SVGs. Apparently you can upload the SVG versions. I recommend uploading SVG logos. You can add PNG and JPEGs, of course, but PNG and JPEGs are pixel-based files. So if you blow them up really big, they'll get pixelated. With an SVG version of your logo, it's a special vector graphic. It means that you can basically blow it up the size of a building and it won't lose any resolution. So I'll just quickly answer that one there.
Joella, if you want to, my advice is just go on Fiverr.com and you can, for like a couple bucks, $5-10, ask a freelancer to turn your current logo into an SVG logo. And that way you always have it and it's going to cost you nothing.
Yes, just a note on that though, with Fiverr, you can definitely do that. But if you want a full logo suite built out for your brand, I recommend working with a professional designer because they'll give you the exact right files that they need. Not saying that everybody on Fiverr isn't a professional designer. I just have spent a lot of time fixing issues from designers on Fiverr. So
this is why she's your expert.
Just make sure you're getting the exact right file types that you need.
Yeah.
Okay, now within Canva, you can also use this super cool little integration called Smart Mockups. So you can take your design and with a click, you can put it into a 3D version of a mock-up of your image or your logo. So if you want to put your logo on a mug or on a t-shirt, or you want to mock up a business card like I have done here, it's so simple now within Smart Mockups. It's a special integration that Canva bought. It's actually like a business that Canva bought, and they've integrated it into the platform. It's so incredible. And again, Omar, you probably in Photoshop have gone and tried to mock things up before, and as you know, it takes so much time. So it's literally a couple of clicks and you're done.
Yeah, it slows down your computer too.
Okay. All right, so once you've picked your beautiful template, your brand kit's set up, you've styled it using the styles panel with the colors and the fonts, and you've created an Instagram post. Now you can take that post and literally within seconds create multiple different versions of that one piece of artwork. So one day I sat down and I tried to bang out basically as many pieces of art as I could from one piece. I got 7 done in under 10 minutes. So Instagram post, Instagram story, poster, flyer, to put it on a t-shirt, you know, like I just went bang, 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 bang. And it's so simple. So you can literally create like a month's worth of content within a couple of hours if you want to, and you can, you know, either send it directly out to Instagram or Facebook, or you can download the files and upload them later. or you can use our new scheduling tool. So within Canva, you can actually plan your content now as well. So you can either go to the date and then select the artwork that you've already created and then upload it into the content planner, or you can go and create a piece of artwork and then schedule it from the actual artwork. So just really saving a lot of time. So designing your artwork, resizing it, scheduling it out for social media, everything's done within the platform. Now this is super cool too. You'll see Ronnie's little face drop down on the top. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully it hasn't cut off. So Ronnie is in my design and he's making a few little tweaks, and he's just let me know with a comment there that he's just made a few little tweaks, and now we're ready to go. So if you work with VAs or designers externally, now you can add them to your team and you can work collaboratively with them to create some artwork. So it's really super time saving. You can do this with presentations as well. I'm not going to go into too much today, the collaboration on presentations, but if you needed to create a presentation to present in like half an hour, 3 or 4 of you can get in on the one presentation, do 1 slide each, and that's done. It's insanely, incredibly amazing. Okay, sorry, Omar, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say that's awesome for like team building. Like sometimes when you do like a team retreat or even virtual team retreat in the days we're in, when you like break up into groups and say, okay, you guys got 30 minutes to present your solution to this. And it's a good way to do that with.
Exactly. And I'll show you a little bit later on where you can find some of those brainstorming templates, which is super cool. So we've already got templates built out like whiteboards and, like with sticky notes and things like that. So yeah, it's super cool. All right, so we're going to get into the presentations side of things now, which is why you're here. So hopefully you have a bit of a better understanding about what Canva is and what it can actually do. So we're going to get into the presentations, but before I do, I just want to tell you, I'm actually, Sophia said, did Rebecca disappear? Can you guys see me still?
No, we all see you. I think maybe Sophie need to just refresh or something.
Okay. So before we do, I'm presenting from Canva's platform right now. So I designed this presentation in Canva and I'm presenting from Canva and I'm sharing my screen into the WebinarNinja platform. So it is so ridiculously simple to bring Canva and WebinarNinja together to create your presentations. So let's have a little bit of an overview of presentations now. Okay, so you've got thousands of beautiful templates and a deep content library. Canva presentations don't just make taking the first step easy, they give you a real head start. So with Canva, you never have to begin from a blank page again. You want to start your presentations the same way you want to finish them. So in addition to this, we've just added 75 brand new company presentations templates. So there's thousands of templates, but there's this really special set. So if you go into templates and you actually type in company presentation or business presentation, you'll get these templates that are set up specifically for business. So they have things that you'll need in business, like animated charts and, instead of using lots of data, you can use animated graphics and charts and things. And so there's lots of different styles of business templates, which I'll go into in a second. So you can find a template that suits the look and feel of your brand. So when you find a template that you want to use, there's a few things that you kind of want to keep in mind before you actually select it. So you want to kind of think about what's the purpose of your presentation and is it lots of data, or are you using animated graphics, or do you want to use video, or, are you going to be telling a story just by having words, like a short set of words on each page? Think about the content of your presentation before you choose a template. So the look and feel of a template can change, and obviously all of the content can change, but you're going to save a lot of time if you choose the correct template at first. So some of the templates are fun and engaging and really help to tell a story of your company's mission, vision, goals, and the people behind the brand. So whatever style you need, there will be a presentation template to help you get started right away. So no matter if you're designing a template for a corporate or a personal brand, you absolutely don't need to be a designer to have a beautiful looking template that will help tell your story, grow your brand, educate your audience, and help to drive more sales. Okay, so what kind of design elements make up a good presentation? Keep it short and sweet means, where possible, 1 point per page. I mean, I'm sure everybody's been in a presentation before where you have 20 bullet points on a page and you're literally sitting there dying by death by PowerPoint. Like it's the worst. So 1 point per page. So, you know, think about using a really nice bold font and maybe an image to go with it. So a good presentation is short and straight to the point, and it's as simple as that. Make it visual means show, don't tell, because people won't read long blocks of text. It's pretty boring and often distracts from you, the presenter. And then create consistency means you want a cohesive look and feel, so apply a similar treatment to your graphics, and you can keep your fonts and colors consistent with brand kit, as we discussed before. So when we design, we try to get in the flow, that magical place where everything comes together. So starting inspired helps you put in the flow, and our easy to use design tools help keep you there. Canva also empowers a fluid group effort, enabling teams to bring ideas to life through digital brainstorming and working together in real time. With frictionless collaboration, team members can easily give feedback and contribute, so you can stay in the flow and always present at your best, so no matter how or where your team works. And for those who are nervous about public speaking and you don't want to do really what we're doing here today, a talking presentation means that with just one take, your presentation can keep on working for you. So with Canva, you can create a video recording of you and your presentation, and you can be on or off camera. So you can do a face to camera where your face will go in that little bubble there, or you can just do voiceover. So the viewers will see your presentation and they'll hear your voice, but they won't actually see you. So then you can take your video recording and use it for your automated webinar within WebinarNinja, which is super cool.
So this is awesome. I mean, now that Canva can do this, we're going to incorporate this in our webinars and incorporate this in our tutorials. Is so that way, if you want to run an automated webinar and you want to record it and just take your time and and to do it inside of Canva with your face or without your face, then you can just download that video, upload it straight to WebinarNinja. It's in your media library. You can use it forever. Yeah,
that's right. Okay, so you might want to take out your camera or just do a screenshot, but here's some super cool free tips and resources. So canva.com/create/presentations will take you straight to the presentations landing page. However, you can search for presentations just from the homepage. I'll show you that in a sec. Canva.com/business resources is exactly that, resources for your business. We have this amazing online education platform, which is Design School, so designschool.canva.com. And then we host monthly free webinars as well, kind of just like this at Canva Space, so canva.com/Canva Space. And if you are stuck, so you're going to see all this cool stuff today, and I know you're going to go and head off into Canva and you're going to start trying stuff and you might get stuck. There's a really cool free community on Facebook called Design Circle. So just join that. There's like 110,000 people in there, and someone will answer your question like that. It's the coolest community. Everybody's kind and friendly, and you know, there's no issue whatsoever with uploading your design to that group and getting feedback from people. Everybody is usually pretty friendly and gives pretty constructive feedback. And if you want to continue to keep in touch with me, you can get my free branding ebook at RebeccaFlint.com. This will give you over 100 tips from starting from scratch, going from zero to branded. So it's more of a branding piece. It's not so much Canva, but that's how you can learn a little bit more about how to brand your business. And of course, you can follow me at Instagram and Facebook at Branded by Rebecca Flint. Okay, now, WebinarNinja's given you guys a pretty cool free link today. Omar, I'll get you to tell us where that will be. I think it's in your offers section, isn't it? But you'll get to try Canva Pro for free for 30 days. So you get to try all of the cool things that I've shown you here today for free. So I think you just posted that, didn't you, Omar?
Yeah. So I just opened up our offer. So it's not really an offer because it's free, but we love to give little gifts to our wonderful community. So basically, we created our own template for webinars inside of Canva, and we made it a template that is shareable, which is really cool. And that way you can use it. You can make a copy and then you can use it for your own webinars. So when you click on that link in the offer, you'll be able to use that template. It'll prompt you to create an account, and that way you'll have that pro free trial when you create that account. So you can go ahead and create an account. Obviously, if you already have an account and you just want to use a template, you can just sign in and you're good to go. But super, super simple. Penny and everybody, all these great questions. I want to jump onto the questions. Penny, turn that into a question. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you so that we don't miss it. Convert into question. So go ahead and grab the template. This is something that our whole team worked on with Rebecca to make sure that it looks great, and it has all the format of the webinar itself, so that way you can see like what comes next, second, third, what slides you need for your intro, for your busting myths for your audience, and all that kind of stuff. So there it is. Yeah, awesome, Rebecca. So one of the questions somebody had that I want to answer while you're here is the question about, are you using Canva slides today?
Yes, this is what I'm using right now. So basically, I'll do my demo. My demo screen disappeared. It went straight to the thank you screen. So I've actually got like a whole bunch of demo stuff, which I'm going to answer a lot of these questions that we've got in here. So I'll go ahead and just give me a sec. I just need to pull a few things up. Okay, so the first thing is how to find templates from the homepage. So you can once you log into Canva, this is what your Canva account will look like. You've got these kind of handy, I suppose, little thumbnails, and these are the things that people look for the most. So at the moment, you can see presentations is super hot because it's one of the first things listed there. But you can come down here too and see that you can create Instagram posts, posters, documents, logos, videos, presentations for 4x3. You can do cards, virtual Zoom backgrounds, infographics, so on and so on and so on. But I wanted to just show you quickly too, you can also design mobile first presentations. So you could actually design a specifically mobile built presentation. You could save it as what we call a website. It's not a traditional website, but basically it's a cloud hosted link. And then you can text message or email out that link to your mobile presentation. So say, for example, you just had a meeting with a huge client. You could quickly put together a little thank you presentation and send it out to them via text message, and it will come on their phone. They'll be able to click on it and see it right then and there, which is like so cool, and it will make you stand out as a brand like so much. Anyway, so we have these talking presentations as well. So they're the ones that will allow you to put your face into the presentation, but so on and so forth. So you can come up here and have a look at all the different things that you can create. But I just want to show you, if you want to create a presentation, you can start with the the template that WebinarNinja have given to you guys. So there'll be a link there. If you're logged into Canva and then you click on their link, it will ask you if you want to use it as a template, and it will load it into Canva for you. And then when you click on it and open it, it will look just like this. I'm going to come back to their template shortly, but if you want to start from scratch, you can either come here to presentations, or you can come up to templates and go to business presentations. There's a few different ways to do it, or you can simply search in here for those business templates that I was telling you about before. Presentations. Terrible speller. Okay. So click on that, and then you can come down and have a look at all of the different templates. If you want to see what a template looks like on the inside, you can just hover over it like this. Or you can click into it, and it won't actually, I was going to say it won't pop, but it actually does. So that's one way to set it up. You could come back here to the home and just go presentation, and there's a different way to look at the template. So I just want to show you these two different ways. If you just click on presentation, it will open a blank page. But what you can do is come and have a look at all of the different templates down here. Now, if you click on a template, it opens it up without loading it into your presentation. So it really allows you to get in and see what type of content there is before you go and add it to your presentation. So say, for example, we like this one. Okay, and I look through it and I think, yes, that look, that really fits the purpose of my presentation. It's got, most of the content that I'm going to need. So I think, yeah, okay, I like that. So all I do is go apply 15 pages, and you can see that that builds it out for you. Now, because I've set up my brand kit.
Here's the magic.
So this is my Branded by Rebecca Flint brand kit. So just let me shut down some of these windows. Side note here, every time you open a piece of artwork, it opens a new window. So very quickly, especially if you're having a muck around with this, you can end up with like 30 tabs open. So it's always kind of good practice to come back and just shut down anything that you're not really using right now. Okay, so I've chosen my template. It's got everything I need. I've added all of the pages, and all I need to do now is come across to styles, and I can just thumb through or shuffle through my brand colors and find something that I think looks kind of cool, and that looks pretty good. And then I can go apply all pages, and it's going to apply that color system throughout my whole presentation. Now, if you get to a page like this and it doesn't look quite right, you can just come back to here and do a little shuffle. And of course, right now, in the middle of a presentation, it's not showing me my pinks. So if there's a page that's not working quite well, you can either shuffle through your colors like this, or you can come up and just change your document to the colors that suit something that looks really good. Now, when you've got your brand kit loaded, it will always show in the color palette your brand color palette. So you don't need to go looking for it all the time. It's just super intuitive, and it makes it really easy to use. Now, I've added my colors. I want to come back to the beginning here and add my brand fonts. And once I've done that, I can go apply all pages. So super quickly, I've got a presentation that is on brand in terms of colors and fonts. And then I just really need to go and edit the actual content. So say we have this little chart just here, and I want to edit this. If I click on that, and that's, what's that, 1 out of 10 people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. So that's a 10% chart. So perhaps I want to say actually that 1 out of 10 airplanes are
oh, that's crazy.
Not flying really well right now, or 1 out of 10 people are vaccine hesitant right now, something like that. Now, you can change the picture, and you can also change the amount of items. So perhaps you have 20, but really it's 3 out of 20. Or something like that. Anywho, you get the gist, right? And you get the gist. So same with this one here. So you might have, 60%. So it's super easy to edit these charts within a presentation. Now, I can obviously come over here and change any of these images as well. So there's 2 ways to do images. I have images that I've uploaded in the past. So I've got all my kind of brand images here. So all I need to do is just drag and drop.
And it just fits right into that kind of
my
style.
Little boy.
Wow.
It just drops in. Now, you can do the same with any of the photos. So you'll see here when I click on photos, it's a really, really good search tool. So you can literally search for anything. So let's go with the beach. Okay, and then when you hover over them, if you're on a free account, it won't let you add, it will let you add the pro photos, but it will have a watermark on it. So if you're a pro member, you can use any of the photos. If you're a free member, it usually shows you the free images first. But if there's one that you like, you can either pay for the photo or upgrade to pro, and then you get access to it. So let's go ahead and drag one of those in. And I actually would really like to add a video to my presentation as well. So I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to see if this is a frame. Yes, it is a frame. Okay, so we have these elements called frames, and you can drop videos or photos into frames. And you can just see how that works. So it's so simple and easy to edit a presentation that's already been built out for you. Now, of course, you could just come in here and say, whatever this heading is. Oops. number 1, and so on and so forth. And you could just copy and paste your text in to save a lot of time. So pretty quickly you've seen I've built out an on-brand looking presentation, like within minutes, right? Like it's so super easy. So if you want to add animation, so I saw somebody asked about animations and videos before. So if you want to add an animation to an element, so say you want this graph to look a little bit nicer when it comes in, you can pick any of these animations and add a little bit of interest to your page. So there's lots and lots there. Now you can see the crown is for pro members. So you get access to all these free ones up here. But if you want to use the pro ones, you need to be a pro member.
Rebecca, can we upload our own videos in?
Yes, you certainly can. So 2 things here. One, you could literally go to YouTube and grab one of your links. Just let me add a new page here. So I've just copied the URL from YouTube and I've literally just gone paste, and it's added the video into my presentation. And of course you can resize that to fit your screen. Alternatively, you can add a new page. Say it's actually, I don't have a video on my desktop right now, but you literally just grab the MP4 and drop it on your page. And
Penny, you have, sorry to, that was just a question from Penny. And you could do that, Penny. You can just put it in your presentation. Or if you want to cut to video, you can always upload your videos right inside of WebinarNinja and just play the video as another screen in the presentation.
That's right. And you can actually create videos within Canva. If we get time, I'll show you that at the end. I just need to log out of this account because this account is my one of my team Canva accounts, and it's actually got some features in it that you guys are not allowed to see yet. So if I get a chance at the end, I'll log out, go into one of my free accounts and show you how to create a quick video in Canva as well. But later this year, there'll be some really, really cool video creation tools within Canva itself. So you'll literally be able to do everything within Canva, which is cool. So once you upload your video, if I've dragged and dropped it onto the desktop, it just ends up here in uploads and you can go to videos. So these are videos that, let's get rid of that. This is a video that I uploaded that I shared on Instagram. So I actually did the screen recording on my phone. So I was doing a little demo of how to schedule content. Now, if I come across here to my elements and I look for a phone frame, so just remember the word frame. Frames are what we drop images or videos into. So I could use this cool picture. Oh, sorry, apologies, that is incorrect. I could use this cool picture and then pick up my video and drop it in. And you might kind of want to have it on a bit of an angle. And then you could go ahead to add text, you just write T. Add some text in there. Add a background photo perhaps. Send it to the back. And pretty quickly you've got an animated, I wonder if I can present while I'm presenting. Let me see if I can do this. I hope this doesn't stuff anything up. So this is how you present. You go down to present, and standard just shows what you are presenting right now. Autoplay will allow the screens to just change automatically for you. And presenter view is what I'm using with you guys right now, where down on this screen, I have my notes and the presenter tool. And then up on that screen is what you guys are seeing. So I'll just show you quickly. This is how you present. So pretty quickly, I just built out from scratch an animated video.
Wow.
A background screen. Like, it's pretty cool, hey? And then you just go escape out of that. Okay.
Who wants to schedule meetings on the beach?
Yes, exactly. Right, let me see what else I can show you guys here. Oh yeah, let me show you those brainstorming templates that we talked about before. So if we go here and just literally type in brainstorm online whiteboard and brainstorm templates. Okay, so we have these whiteboards, and you can invite your team in, and you can literally jump in, and everybody kind of writes their own bits and pieces, and you can brainstorm all together, which is super cool. So I don't have anyone on my team to be able to do this with right now, but you kind of get the gist. So that's pretty cool. Okay, any questions so far?
We got a bunch of burning questions, so
Okay.
I'll take a couple WebinarNinja ones, and then we'll go. So I'm going to just answer them based on upvotes. So if you guys see a question that you want to have answered, just upvote it if you'd like. So I'm going to go with Robin, who is tied for 3 upvotes here, talking about the layouts. So right now I just have this layout where I have Rebecca and I on the smaller screens, and we have the share screen. It is a main screen, but I can change the layout anytime. Like, for example, I'm going to change it now, and we're all even 4 squares. I can put us on the bottom if I want, like that, if I wanted to, or I can change the layout to picture-in-picture if I wanted to. If I want to keep us within the picture to just maximize everything. But for example, let's say I just want to have the share screen and put our videos away, I can always just maximize. There's arrows in the corner of every screen where you can just maximize, and now everything is just share screen, and then I can minimize, and you can do this with any layout. So even if I go with my original layout here, we're on the left, we call it bento left, and then we can maximize the screen, and then we have just all share screen, and then I can go back and do that. So you can change the layout in any way you want on the fly, and the best part is replay will look exactly like that. We have another question about WebinarNinja and how do we use Canva with WebinarNinja. So I'm going to just clarify, because a lot of questions related to this. Number one, our recommended way to use Canva presentations is to share screen. So this is what Rebecca did today. She shared her screen, and she was able to present right inside of Canva. So that way you don't have to worry about downloading it to PowerPoint and downloading it to Keynote and then uploading it to WebinarNinja. We have this option where you can put Keynote slides and PowerPoint slides right inside of WebinarNinja, but we only recommend this if you're actually building it in Keynote or PowerPoint. The reason why is because all these companies, Canva, PowerPoint, Microsoft and Apple, it's proprietary software, so they're not always going to speak to each other perfectly. So like if I convert something into a PowerPoint, or if I convert something into a Keynote, I might have to do some adjustments. It may not be exactly the way I did it in Canva. So to avoid any of those headaches and to save you a whole bunch of time, just share screen. And when you share screen, you have the option of sharing entire screen or sharing a particular tab. I recommend sharing a particular tab. The reason why is because if you share a particular tab, you can then just focus on that tab, and when your share screen window will only show that tab. That means even if you go back to WebinarNinja, or you actually have WebinarNinja as a separate window, or you pull the tab away so you can see the chat while you're presenting, you could do that. So that's our recommendation. So lots of question on that. I just wanted to make sure. So Wanda was asking, can animated templates work loaded in WebinarNinja? So again, just share your screen and show Canva in Canva so that you have all the maximum potential. The other thing is that when you use Canva, Canva is browser-based. So you're not using your computer power to run it. When you're using like Keynote or PowerPoint, it could slow down your computer because it's using the processor to run that. It's very technical, I know, but it's actually good that it's browser-based. So just run everything inside of Canva, and you don't have to worry about any of this. And all your presentations, your videos, all that stuff will work. All good in the hood. We got a question about, when I upload a Canva made presentation into PowerPoint, will I limit my presentation in PowerPoint functionality versus what I created in Canva?
Yes. So typically what we've found when we've had to do that, so I go out and speak at events like for Facebook and other places like that. And so when we've had to give over our templates as PowerPoints, typically what happens is when you export it, it's the same as if you build it in Keynote on Mac and then export it to PowerPoint. because of the limitations in PowerPoint in terms of like line height with text and things like that, you do have to go in and make a few tweaks. You also, so that screen recording that I just showed you guys, if that was in my presentation, I'd have to go and re-upload that to PowerPoint. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest. And so that's why you're just far better off presenting from within Canva, which is just far easier, or doing the recorded version and putting that into WebinarNinja. So Omar, could you, if I pre-recorded a webinar and I played that, could I still be on talking over the top of it as it's playing? Is that possible?
So a couple of things. If you're running a live webinar, for example, you can play a video at any time.
Okay.
So for example, like I could play a video right now while we're on a webinar, and it'll play in a window.
From sign up to replay, WebinarNinja keeps your audience engaged.
And I can make that main, and I can switch it out if I want to.
Combines proven templates with your own
that's
unique.
up to me.
Okay, cool.
So that's one thing. And I just want to clarify, because some people are asking, do I need WebinarNinja if I'm running my automated webinar with Canva, recording it? So I think they just give me a little bit of clarification. We love Canva and we love to have you stick around, but just to be honest with you, you're just creating a video with Canva. And then from there, you need people to register. You need to send out emails to notify them. You need to be able to offer this on a actual webinar page. You need statistics. So we do all the webinar stuff, and you need a video source. So instead of recording the video on the automated webinar on your computer or recording it as a replay inside of WebinarNinja, you can just create it inside of Canva, download that video, and we'll store the video for you inside of WebinarNinja.
Yeah, I mean, ours is a presentation tool. It's not a webinar tool. So you still need WebinarNinja to be able to deliver your presentation for sure. So, okay. All right, shall I jump back into the demo?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Guys, we're going to answer your questions. Don't worry. I know there's a lot of wonderful questions. We're gonna get to them, and we'll rapid fire. We got plenty of.
And I may answer some of them as we're demoing along here. So I'm going to show you the template that WebinarNinja have designed for you guys. So once you click on it and open it, the next step would be to come across to styles. Choose your styles, something that you like the look of. Now it's working, which is good. Okay, nice. I'm going to apply all pages. That looks great. Add my fonts, apply to all pages, and we are good to go. Now, I just want to show you a few things about this actual interface. So up here, you can see a little thing that says all changes saved. Now, if I move something around, you'll see it says saving changes. Absolutely make sure that says all changes saved before you close your tab. I've gone and designed something before, and for some reason there's been a bug. And look, Canva and all tech platforms and programs are they can have bugs from time to time. So it's never going to work perfectly, but if you know how they work, then you can save lots of heartache. So I've gone and designed something before and just gone and shut it down without it saving and lost it, and it's just heartbreaking. So just make sure that says all changes saved first. Now up here is where you name your file, so make sure you do that as well, because especially when you're starting to play around with Canva, like I said before, you'll have all these multiple tabs, and then when you come back to your home screen, all of the designs that you just played with end up here, and you end up with just a stack load of artwork. So some good kind of file keeping would be to make sure you name them properly. So do that in the top right hand corner. Alternatively, you can rename it here, and then if you're not using it, just get rid of it. Like if it's just something that's going to clog up your home screen there, just make sure you get rid of it. So we'll get rid of that because we're no longer using that anymore. Okay, so I've gone in and I have added my colors and I've added my fonts. Now I want to kind of come in and do a little bit of alteration. So I'll just show you super quick the background remover tool. So WebinarNinja guys can talk to you about the actual content of this template and how they've set it up and why they've set it up, but I'll just talk to you specifically about what you can actually do to it. So
yeah, and just on that note, sorry,
no, you're right,
this
going.
this content follows our tutorials that we have inside of the Webinar Ninja Academy. So if you remember, just go inside the Webinar Ninja Academy, you'll see all our help tutorials and trainings in there. So it kind of just gives you some guidance. It's called the Tokyo method is what you need to look at. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to get rid of that background. And don't be worried if it takes a long time like this. Like if you've ever removed a background in Photoshop, you know how much goes on to actually make that happen. So sometimes it can take even up to a minute to do the background of an image, especially if it's something quite complex. So don't freak out, just leave it, don't refresh your screen or anything like that. So once it's removed, you can go ahead and just do whatever you like with it. And then we have got our brand fonts added because we chose our styles, but this is my heading font. So say, for example, I wanted to actually add some body copy to this page. All I did was just duplicate that then on the Mac, pressing Shift, Option, Command, and drag. But if I come up to fonts here, my brand fonts that I've loaded in my toolkit, in my brand kit, sorry, are already loaded here, which is just so super time saving. So that's the major benefit of setting up a brand kit. And because you've added your styles to your presentation, you might kind of see that there's some things that are in the wrong font. So it's very easy to just come up and change it. If that's
guys, you can delete
do.
those tips.
Yeah.
Like we just have them there so you can know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, because you've added your logos in your brand kit, you'll just come down to your logos tab there, and you can go ahead and drag your logo. You might want it down there, or you might like to keep it where they've suggested, whatever you like. Okay, so I'm just going through my list to make sure that I'm showing you guys everything that you absolutely need. Okay, gifts and stickers. So your side panel might not look like this. It might just have a few things in it. Obviously, I use this all day, every day. So if you come down to the More section here, you get access to a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you're creating a poster and you want to put a QR code on it, you can just pop in your URL like this and go generate code, and it will have.
This, by the way, is a paid feature outside of Canva. Like if you wanted to figure out how to do this, like you'd have to pay a service for this. I know, because we were creating banners for events before COVID, and I was like, man, people are making money on everything here.
Yeah,
so
that's
you have it
exactly
included
right.
in Canva.
So you can just, you know, very easily put your QR code in there. But that More menu, nobody kind of knows it's there. So go in and have a really good look. You can actually go and create memes as well. You know, all these memes you see on Facebook, you can go ahead and, you know, create your own just by using the animated little GIFs. So I'll show you that in another style of design in an Instagram post if we get a chance. Okay, so we've done brand kit, styles tab, we've added GIFs, we've embedded YouTube. Yeah. We've added video, we've shown how to upload video, charts, we've done.
Just a quick one on the QR code. I actually think it's an awesome move if you're ever presenting in person, like at a conference when we all get back to normal. It's great to have that on your slide because people in the crowd can easily just open up their camera and go to your call to action link.
Yes, it's really cool. I'm just going to change the design of this. Just give me 1 second. Okay.
Rebecca, do you want to hop back on questions in a moment?
Sure. I just want to show how you could take your presentation and turn that into a social media post and possibly a poster or something else, so that.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
So
That's
I'm just dumping some content in here.
No, that's a good one. I love this because if you have these beautiful design slides, and you're like, okay, now I got to create marketing materials for my webinar. And it's like, well, you can easily do it.
Exactly. Okay. So I'm going to just get rid of this and put my logo in there. Okay, now this is super quick, guys. I mean, obviously I'd have way more information in here, but just grab one of my photos. Doesn't really matter which one. Okay, so say I have this and it's part of my presentation. I want to go and resize this into an Instagram post. And if you click resize, it will resize your entire presentation that you've just worked really hard on. So don't do that one. Do copy and resize. So go ahead and go copy and resize. Now it is going to do all of the presentation pages, and I don't want all of them, but if I just shift select the thumbnails down the bottom here and just get rid of all the ones I don't need, you can see that it's resized that page that I did in presentations. Now it doesn't look quite right. So all you need to do is just move your elements around a little bit just to ensure that it looks good for the platform that you're presenting on. Okay, so this is on Instagram. You obviously would have a call to action and you'd have some other things. This is a super basic design. It doesn't really tell you very much. So you definitely have some more content in there, but say you're happy with that. So I've now got my presentation, which I'm going to use on a webinar to promote my new conference. I've got an Instagram post. If I go ahead then and create an Instagram story from this, again, it will resize it. So, you know, you might just want to make sure again that everything looks super cool in the space that you've got.
Link in bio.
Yes, exactly. Or you could go, I mean, if you have, I think you've got to have over like, 10,000 followers or something, but you could have a swipe up.
Yeah.
You could chuck an animated little swipe up in there. Let's put this one in.
Yep.
Okay. And then you're good to go. So like super quickly, I've turned my presentation into an Instagram post, into an Instagram story, and I could then turn that into a poster. I could then, you know, put that artwork onto a t-shirt. Like I could do everything within here. So yeah, so that's sort of pretty much the overview and the demo of what you can do with your WebinarNinja template. But of course, you know, the possibilities are endless. You know, you can go and shoot a video on your phone and put that into there. You can, you know, basically turn this into an ebook if you wanted to. You know, like it's just awesome. And honestly, I could just talk all day. We could, you know, spend the next 5 hours doing stuff. But I'd love to know if there's anything that I've missed. Oh, sorry. Actually, one thing before we go, I just want to show you. I'll come back to here.
While Rebecca's doing that, everybody in the chat, pop in what was your #1 favorite tip, trick, hack, takeaway from today's session. What is the thing like you're like, I got to start doing that in Canva? I'd love to hear from you guys so we can see how valuable today's session was.
Okay, just one little cute thing I want to show you. I don't know if I have sound on here, but we have these little shortcuts that you can use during a presentation. And this is the shh. Did you hear the sound?
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get everybody's attention, and then we've got these cute little bubbles. If you're about to announce something super exciting, you can add your drum roll. And if you're celebrating something amazing, we've got this beautiful confetti that comes down. And if you're hosting a live workshop and you're giving people a certain amount of time to do something, we have these super cool built-in timers. So I literally just press the 5, and that's 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 seconds is the 0.
Awesome for offers. If you guys have like offers that end at the end of the webinar, or like, you know, a certain time, maybe you have like these bonuses for the first 10 buyers or 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And then, was it really? I just need to go to my end screen. I don't want to go through 56 pages, so let's take it. Okay, let me hop out of that for a minute. I lost my presentation screen. There we go. All right. I just need to say thank you and then go to Q&A.
I love
it. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Q&A.
Rebecca, you're awesome. Thank you so much for your time. But if you guys want to hang on, we're going to answer all the questions.
Sure, go for it.
Before we jump into the questions, I just want to quickly give a whole bunch of shout outs. Diana saying she loved the video inserts. Rachel said resizing the pictures for social proofs was amazing. Simon loves the frames. Beth loves the QR codes. S. Rose, branding kit tips. Laura says using styles are quick and easy. Rachel, resizing the picture for social. Love it. Jackson says grab template to get started. These are all their favorite things of today's presentation. Ellen, branding across slides. Robin, making mobile presentation in QR code. Diana says also the calendar and direct to platform posting. Sharing presentations directly on Canva and WebinarNinja plus QR code. Angela says, Robin says resizing only one slide versus 25. That is huge. That's a big one. Gala says inspiration to get started. Christina says styles for sure. Charlie says ease of use coupled with the wide variety of graphics. Tons and tons and tons of great comics. Joella says thanks. Sadaf says changing the template fonts for my brand fonts using the style selection. Awesome stuff, guys. We're going to jump into questions. There's a ton of questions. We're going to go through them. I'm going to serve you up, Rebecca, when there's a Canva specific one, and then
Sure.
I'll move on. If there's a WebinarNinja, I'll take that one.
Okay.
Nancy asked if there's a LinkedIn template. I would be interested in knowing this too.
Yes, there is. Can you still see my screen?
Yep.
Just type in LinkedIn, and then you'll see. So there is different size ones, because you know how on the web the desktop, it makes it one size, and then you go on your phone and it's a different size. So you really want to play around with the designs to make sure that they work. At the moment, I think something like this would work really well because the text is over on the right-hand side, because I can't remember which way around, but one of them puts the photo in the middle and then the other platform puts it over on the side. So you want to keep your most important information kind of over on the left. This one here, and keep in mind too, there's templates on here that were probably designed before the last, rejig of the interface in LinkedIn. So sometimes you're going to find it. Well, sometimes you're going to find
with one size.
I know, right? It's actually terrible. Actually, the worst one to design for is YouTube channel covers, because the artwork is actually this big, but what you actually see is this center part that goes through the middle. So look, sometimes it's a little bit of trial and error, but I recommend definitely using something that has the text over the right hand side. This is going to get chopped off. The image on this one will probably get chopped off. Sometimes it's designed in a way that the profile photo will sit under the text. So trial and error, give it a go. Design something, put it in, test it on your mobile, test it on your iPad, test it on a small laptop, test it on a big screen. Go and just check that it looks good across everything. The worst offender is Facebook. So there are thousands and probably millions of Facebook templates in here, and then Facebook goes and changes the post size, design size. So it was square, and now for some reason we've got this kind of slightly rectangular. And so if you post a square in Facebook, it adds these color bars to the side and it picks a color from your design. Look, it doesn't look too bad, but Canva then had to go and rejig all of the Facebook templates to fit this new size. So just be patient. The one thing I can say behind WebinarNinja and behind Canva is a whole bunch of humans trying really damn hard, and they're doing the best job they can. So if you find a template that doesn't work properly, or there's a little bug, or, just remember there's a human behind your support request there, and to just be kind and patient. If you find something that doesn't quite work, especially within Canva, resize it. Use the resize tool and make it fit and make it work for your design. So, yeah.
All good. All right. Quick rapid fire here. Penny asks about use of video and animations, how to do them. So Penny, you can just create everything you want in Canva, present in Canva, just share your screen and use Canva when you're presenting. That's simple. Everything will show whatever is on Canva. So that way, what I love about this too is because I've started using Canva for my presentations, my slides, and I'm always tweaking my presentations after I do a webinar, because the next time I run it, I want to do it better. So I can just go into Canva, edit it, and I know that the next time around it's going to be the same thing, so I don't have to like save version 19, you know, and upload it again. Do presentations export to Keynote and PowerPoint? They do, John. I don't recommend this because, again, like I said, PowerPoint, Keynote, Canva, they all have their own proprietary kind of situation software. It's not going to be perfect when you convert it. You can, but you're going to take some time adjusting things if you'd like. Robin says, can Canva show one side transparent and the other side designed? Goal is to use slides as an overlay over presenter in the same view. So presenter on half the screen showing up in the transparent side and the graphic on the other side. That's a tough one, Robin.
Is that a WebinarNinja question or Canva?
So she's asking it in Canva. So show one side transparent and the other side designed, like split screen.
I don't think so. I'm not sure I'm understanding the question properly, to be honest.
Robin, that's quite all right, but this sounds like maybe a very kind of technical or specific question or specific case. I'm sure Canva can help out with an email on support.
Yeah, support@canva.com. Alternatively, join Design Circle and ask the question there.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Nancy says, wait, so if I upload the video, I can then do a webinar inside of Canva and not have to download the presentation? Yes, Nancy, if you want to show a video inside of Canva, you can do that. I do recommend, though, if you want to put a video and show sound and really have people focus on the video, you can just upload that video in WebinarNinja, present it inside of WebinarNinja, but inside of the studio, and then you can show your slides like what Rebecca was doing today. That's my recommendation in terms of using video, especially if it's not just a video to show animation or just maybe like a quick 5-second video. If this is like, let's watch a 5-minute video on this topic. Awesome question, Nancy. Diana says, is there an option to tilt an image forward or backward, not rotation?
Not yet. So I think you mean skew it, right? Like
yeah.
To kind of, yeah. I don't think so. Let's see. No, you can add shadows and you can add filters and things like that. You can angle it with, like you can angle a shadow, but you can't tilt I think I know what you mean in terms of like how you do that in Facebook, in Photoshop. Yeah. You can't do that as far as I know, or even yet. I'm just trying to figure out if I can show you some videos.
Well, you know, it's interesting because I'm sure because Canva is like trying to make it super simple for everybody, very similar to what we're trying to do with webinars, WebinarNinja. It's a hard balance to try to keep it easy, simple, you know, very friendly, and do all the technical stuff.
And that's right. And it's not, it will never replace and they don't try to. They want, you know, the mission is to empower the world to design. So the platform will remain as simple as possible to be able to allow anyone in the world, anywhere, to design on any device and help present it to the world. It's never going to try and take on Adobe and be a professional design platform. It never will, and it never wants to be. So some of the things that you need to do, you know, like there's all the super fancy video editing software. Canva will never be, you know, like After Effects or something like that. But it will allow you to do as much as you need to create a quick video to, you know, get a video online, so to speak. So,
awesome.
I've just logged into my, I can't show you video today because mine's all got the new interface, which I'm not allowed to show. I'm really sorry.
All good.
But if the question around video, if you jump into Design Circle and just say, hey, how do I create a video on Canva? Someone from Design School or from the community will share a video on how to do that. So.
Cool. Diana asks, any plans for sub-brand kit options?
Yes, so you can have multiple brand kits. I don't know if it's rolled out to everybody yet. I know it's rolled out to a small percentage of users, but given we have over 50 million monthly active users, it might take a little while to end up in your pro kit. So yes, you can have your overarching brand and then your sub-brands or your personal brand or whatever else within the pro account.
Cool. Nancy asks, is there a direct posting to LinkedIn? Will that be available?
Is it not there already? Let me have a look.
There it is.
You can, to a page or a profile. So here is everything that you can post to at the moment.
Just triple dots. Click the triple dots.
Yeah.
Awesome. I know Nancy's is a ninja on LinkedIn.
Oh, amazing. I'll have to connect with you, Nancy. Just a note too, when you're posting to Instagram, you have to have a business profile. It has to be an Instagram business profile. Also, you can't send multiple images. So, in Instagram how you can have, you can swipe. You can't do that just yet, but I know the team's probably definitely working on it. You also can't go direct to Instagram stories just yet, but what you would do is you would download this as an MP4 and then you would upload it to your Instagram stories. Oh, I didn't even talk about file downloads. Okay, so you can download any of these. So PNGs are a high quality, transparent file. Then you've got a JPEG, which we all know is just a small compressed file with a white background or a full background. You've got PDF standard, so for emailing, keeping your file size low, and then you've got PDF for print. How do I say this? Okay, there's been times where I've had a client or myself has designed something and we've needed to send it to print and the printer hasn't actually accepted the print design file. So I know that they've worked really hard on getting it to a point where you can print directly from your high-res PDF, and it is getting better and better. But I think if you use one of those cheapy printers like Worldwide Press or something like that, they may not accept your PDF and you may need to get it redone by a designer. So just kind of be careful there. Having said that, you can print directly from Canva though. So just let me finish these file types and I'll come back to that. So SVG, as I said before, is a special vector graphic. It means, or sharp vector graphic, it means you can blow it up the size of a building. MP4 is video, and GIF is an animated graphic, so a short animated graphic. So there are all the file types that you can download. Now you can print directly from Canva onto t-shirts, business cards, canvases, posters, flyers, cards, mugs, all of these different things. And so say I wanted to print this as a poster, I just click poster. It's going to need to resize it because it's the wrong size. I can print all of these directly from here. And let me tell you, the packaging that Canva sends their print stuff out in is just gorgeous, and it turns up like a few days later. So it's a super cool way of getting something printed if you need to print it fast. It's
awesome for gifts too. Like if you want to send out a gifts to your clients.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Everyone in my family's got mugs with my kids' faces on them from Canva.
You're gonna love them.
You will like this.
A good question here from Barb asking, are there any copyright concerns using Canva?
Great question. Okay, so you can design a logo in Canva and use it for your own personal use, but you can't trademark it. So if you have a brand that you need to be trademarked, get a professional designer to design it from scratch using original elements. So the reason you can't trademark it is because the elements within Canva are, pre-owned, so to speak. Now, whilst you have, like, say you choose this logo, whilst you're free to use that however you like, you just can't trademark it. Now, second to that, in a nutshell, the copyright's a bit confusing, but you can take this and put it on a t-shirt. You just can't go and print hundreds of these t-shirts and sell them in a retail store. However, I think you can sell one or two at a time, So what I'm saying is, if you want to use this in a commercial way, you really need to have you and your lawyer check out the copyright laws and how it works in your country. So they're different in different countries, but just be a good human. One of our values is be a good human. Don't go and rip off someone's artwork, chuck it on a t-shirt and go and sell thousands of them. It's not cool, So But yes, definitely around the logo side of things, you can design whatever logo you like in here. You just can't trademark it.
So just a couple of things that I want to highlight. Number one, what Rebecca is referring to here is you're actually making money off the design.
Correct.
Meaning like I made this little design and I'm selling it on T-shirts, or I'm selling it as branded hoodies or whatever, right? Not like I created some slides for my webinar and I'm selling something totally different. It's just I'm using these slides to promote my brand. And then the trademark piece, again, like Rebecca said, speak to your lawyer. Some lawyers are pro trademark. Some are like, you don't really need it because your copyright law kind of covers you. But lawyer, speak to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Another awesome. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, just quickly. So you can see here, I've made a design. I've put it on a T-shirt, and I want to get it printed. That's cool for me to do that. And you could probably do 5 or 10 of them and give them away. You just can't print 10,000 of them and then go and sell them in a retail store. So
yeah. Especially if it says Supreme on it or something. Robin asks, does the WebinarNinja actually accept virtual cameras like eCam live as a main camera so I can produce a show in eCam videos? The short answer, Robin, 100% yes. So we actually have a tutorial. Nicole, if you want to pop it in the chat. A similar competitor to eCam is which is a new app that came out. We partnered with them to it's basically like eCam where you can create a virtual camera. It's only for Mac right now, but the steps that you follow in that tutorial is the same exact for eCam. It's just you're going to use it as a camera source. Once you have it installed on your computer, you can choose eCam recorder as your camera source, and you can then go ahead and do all the producer stuff you want to do, Robin. Cool stuff. We got so many questions. I'm just going to try to get to the ones that people are still online to make sure that they get their answer. Penny talks about if I create a Canva presentation along with some fancy video work and I upload it to PowerPoint, would I lose the fancy work? So again, Penny, if you're creating Canva share screen, you can just use Canva. You don't have to worry about downloading PowerPoint and trying to fit it into PowerPoint's, archaic design. Christina says,
just to expand on that, if you have to do that because the only way to present it is in PowerPoint, you'll just need to re-upload your videos and rebuild it entirely, just tweak it in PowerPoint.
You're going to have to adjust some things. Maybe you don't have your fonts installed on your computer, so you have to do that, adjust the fonts, adjust the size, adjust, things like that. Like there's some adjusting that's going to take place. It's not going to turn it into a massacre, but it's not just run with it. Christina says, Omar, if you're playing a pre-recorded presentation, can you do the camera slide layout combo like you're doing if the camera is live, and then switch to live camera and the pre-recording is done? So Christina, you have a couple of options here. Christina, if you want to jump in and out, like as a camera, as a person who's on live webinar, run a live webinar, insert a video, play the video, and you can maximize the video and you can jump back on your camera. You can shut off your camera, put on your camera. So you could definitely do that with a live webinar. Very simple. Just run a live webinar, insert a pre-recorded video. You can download that, if you create it in Canva, and upload it into WebinarNinja, and then you can jump in and out on camera if you'd like. If you don't want to be on camera and you just want to run a recorded video but be live in the chat and the questions and the polls, that's the hybrid webinar option that we have. So that's the other option if you're not going to jump in as a video talking head. Joella says, when you drop a video into the presentation on the template, is there anything different we have to do in WebinarNinja? Joella, no. If you could, whatever plays on your screen will play in WebinarNinja. I just recommend, if this is not just a visual, if this is just not like a 5-second, 10-second kind of look, this is how you do this. Here are the steps. If there's actually audio and it's we're going to watch a video now together and then we're going to come back together and discuss it, 3, 4, 5-minute video, I would recommend just uploading the video straight to inside of WebinarNinja, play the video, and then you can keep your slides as they are. Nathan says, where can I access training as a new Canva user?
Okay, so I showed that slide earlier with a whole bunch of free tips and resources. So Nathan, just when you get the replay, go back to that one. But within Canva itself, if you come up to learn, I highly recommend, if you're just getting started, to go through these 5 video sections here. They're super quick, like 1-minute tutorials. If you go from start to finish here, you'll have a really good understanding of Canva. Now we also have Design School. So if you go over to Design School, you've got all of these pre-recorded lessons on how to use Canva, but also then specifically elements and tools and, like presentations or how to create a logo and things like that. They're all in there. We also have, this is on the screen I showed you before, but Canva Space. This is where we run our webinars, like live webinars. So I'm doing one next month, for example, teaching professional designers how to use Canva within their professional design business to increase revenue. So they're actual specialized workshops and webinars, but they do back to basics ones as well. So jump on there. I think you go to event schedule to see what's coming up this month. So there's lots of cool stuff in there. So that, and we have a YouTube channel, and there's a guy that I work with called Ronnie. He and his partner have a YouTube channel called Rondi, R-O-N-D-D-I. So R-O-N-D-I, Rondi. They have their own YouTube channel just specifically creating tutorials for Canva. So lots and lots of places you can get free learning advice from.
Awesome. Guys, we have gone over already and taken so much of Rebecca's time, but we have a few more questions and then we'll wrap up.
Sure.
Andrea asks, did you say you can record with Canva without being on camera? Yes, Andrea,
yes,
you can have the camera off.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Awesome stuff. Andrea also asks, speaking of file downloads, can you download just one image in a file with multiple ones from your phone?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually, because I, the other night, created something on my phone and went to download one page and it downloaded all of them. But I think what I missed the drop down where you then go and select the individual page. So just let me show you super fast on the desktop. But so say we've got multiple pages and I go download. There's this select pages, so just make sure you come in and just select the actual one page, and I believe it's exactly the same on the phone as well. You might just have to press another couple little things to find it.
And last question, how can we tell what is the current social platform template by John? So you're like, say for example, you're working on like a Facebook template or like a LinkedIn template and you forget, like, what is this again,
Name it. So as soon as you open a file up, Instagram post July 2021, name it. So if you end up with all of these tabs open up here, you'll know which one's Instagram, which one's LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera. Is that what you mean, or did you mean?
Yeah, I think what John means is just, how do I know that now I'm on an Instagram template?
Yeah, so just name your files.
Yeah. So just get in the habit of naming your files. That's actually good practice in general with all files.
Yeah. And make sure it's saved before you close the window.
Yep.
So you end up with all these tabs open very, 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 very quickly.
For those who are still on, please, let's give Rebecca a big, warm thank you in the chat. Thank you, whatever you like to say. You want to give a clap emoji, up to you. But she was fantastic. I was so glad to have her. Also, I just want to add a quick link here in the chat. This is a full guide blog post we created on how to do many of the things that Rebecca mentioned today so that you can use that as a reference. Thanks, guys, so much for being here today. Rebecca, thank you so much. This was awesome to have you. It was great. Well, we'll catch you guys on the next webinar. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye, Rebecca.
Bye.